Hi, so today I want to quickly show you my setup that I've been using for a few months, and I'll probably keep this setup for a few months because I quite like it. It's all based on one principle. It's that one axoloti synth is sending a MIDI sync signal into a small MIDI through box, and that MIDI through box is then sending the clock to nearly all the other axoloti synthesizers. The MIDI clock is defined by a looper in the synth, so I can send a sound, do the beginning, do an end, and this now gives a tempo to all the other synthesizers. So the main controller is this Arteria BeatStep Pro, which is making drums, sequences and bass for this axoloti synth, which is drums, and this one is bass. So for example, I come to do the drums and record something here. Let's say kick drum. See, it's in, well, we don't really know if it's in rhythm with the other loop because I did something quite long. But if I do something rhythmic, and now record a drum, so here we have, it's in sync. So by having everything in sync, I can have much more fun doing poly measures and everything. So let's quickly explain the drum synthesizer. The drum synthesizer is this yellow box here. It's got a kick drum, it's got snare drum, this is the sound of the snare drum, this is the sound of the kick drum. And then it's got hi-hats. It's got decay of the closed and decay of open, and then it's got a few things to colour the sound. And then this drum machine has also the ability of recording signals from outside. So I've got a microphone plugged into this mixer here. This mixer is then sending the sound into the yellow box and into this black box. And I can record samples. So for example, so now I can play these sounds. Let's put the other drums down a bit. So here we can hear the sound of the drums. For each of these samples I've recorded, I've got a pitch and a decay and randomness knob and a volume knob. So as you would expect, decay makes short samples, pitch is pitching them up and down, and randomness just changes the pitch and the decay a tiny bit, making it a bit more lively. So this is the drum machine, okay? All this is controlled by the Arteria Mini Brute, and the samples is controlled by this MIDI controller. The microphone can also come into this Septisynth. So this Septisynth is a simple 3-voice, or is it 4-voice? I think 3-voice synthesizer with a filter, LFO, envelope, but it can also record samples. So I'm going to record a sample here and go into oscillator 7, which is the sampler. Let's put down what we've just recorded. Let's record this a bit louder. So of course, this opens the oscillator possibilities very much. And then I have these other boxes here, which I change patches. So this one's actually plugged into this MIDI controller by MIDI, or by USB actually, sending it notes for some patches and sending it scales for others, and it makes me do loads of different sounds. For example, here I have a sequencer where I can just play one track, then go to another track, play another track, a bit like the BeatStep Pro, but it's only with an axoloti and a MIDI controller. And this synthesizer here is my last one, the Ellie synth, and this one's mainly making drum kind of plick-plock noises. All depends on the patch I'm using. So this one, for example, is just a simple plick-plock noise, and then I can also have a drone behind. So all these are MIDI synced. And then to finish all this off, I have the bass synthesizer. So the bass is this black synthesizer, controlled by the BeatStep Pro, which have two MIDI channels for two different synthesizers. The first one is a simple sine synth. And then the second one is a multi-oscillator synth. But which is interesting with this synthesizer is that these two sequence lines cross-modulate each other. So I can put FM between the first one and the second one, and then ring modulation and these kind of things. So this empty synth can also record up to 4 tracks with overdub and different feedback levels for each track. And then to finish it all off, I've got this ribbon synthesizer. So this is a simple ribbon synthesizer which just manages to choose an oscillator and send it into 4 different delay lines. And each of these delay lines can have different length and are a bit like a tape delay, so you can have some strange wiggly woggly sounds with them. So this is a big part of the sound, of course. Voila!